Tune in now.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And the pregame warm-ups are wrapping up out in Houston, where it'll be the Rockets going up against the New York Knicks. Last outing for New York, they ended up with a win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. That game a high-scoring affair. We'll see if this one turns into a shootout as well. Almost ready for tip-off, but first a moment to talk about something that often gets overlooked, defense. Kenny, who are the most impressive defenders in the NBA right now?
Well, defense doesn't get overlooked by championship teams, and I'm going to name some guys who've either played on championship team or contenders. Kawhi Leonard, defender on the wing. Andre Iguodala, MVP of the NBA Finals, but defense was one of the reasons. And Paul George, coming back from injury. This guy was a premium defender before the injury.
Well, since you talk about the little guys, I'm going to talk about the big guys. D12, Dwight Howard, shot blocker. Most of his career still doing that pretty well. Serge Ibaka, the surge protector.
I like that.
Joakim Noah. Roy Hibbert does a great job of the verticality thing, jumping up in the rim, not really getting called a lot of fouls on him. So, well, that's my pick for the big guys when it comes to defense.
Say no more.
Excuse me, is it me or is Anthony Davis retired? Come on, how can he not be on that list?
No, what we're talking about, he's a great defender.
He's an okay defender.
However, he's a great defender, but I think, because he's such an all-around player, we kind of take some of it.
Stop it, Ernie.
Come on,
we're taking some of it for granted.
Got to be on that list. He's got to be on that list.
Ernie's on the list. Okay, he's on the list, Ernie.
Thank you very much.
But he's not defense first. He's offense first. The guys that I name are defense first, then offense.
Thanks for joining us. Nobody's listening to that anymore. Thank you for putting Anthony Davis on the list.
On the list.
We'll see you later.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
What's up, man? Good to see you.
How's the family? CC good?
Yeah, she's good. They're all good. Nice knowing you have family to have your back all the time.
For sure. Got to keep that support system in place. Make a big difference over a long season. Good luck tonight, man.
Thanks, man. Hey, you know we're taking this one, right?
Not a chance, freak.
This is 2K Sports, broadcasting from Houston, Texas. As the Rockets take it to the hardwood, we're all set to bring you NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, Jose Calderon. He's a guy that will be sorely missed.
Kevin, I thought he was really an important player for them, undervalued and not given the credit he deserved. That's not to say the trade was a mistake, but I think they'll miss him more than you might expect.
You know, chemistry-wise, I agree with you, Clark, because he was a glue guy. You know, he's a guy that kind of held things together for them in a few areas, and so not having him around might take some getting used to.
And now the New York Knicks starters. Taylor in at point guard. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Aflalo, and it's Anthony in at the small forward. Now here's Lawson, following the miss by Freak. Ariza no luck. A follow outside. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
The Knicks shooting their first free throw of the night.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Now here's Taylor following the miss by Trevor Ariza. And here comes Harden leading the fast break. That's good from Ariza on the assist. Just by Harden.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And Taylor with the stop.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Here's Ariza. The Knicks making the shot. Here's Howard. Lopez with the block. Anthony, the pass to Porzingis. Here's Taylor. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
Now, here is Harden. He picked up 18 points in their last win against New Orleans.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assist.
Pass to Porzingis. Here's Lopez. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Out in his own on the break. Here's Taylor. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And the Rockets with possession here, following the score by New York. And the shot is good. Aniunas has got his first points of the night. For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against New Orleans.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
Harden can't hit. The Knicks leading by 4. Outside Anthony. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. But they get it back. Goes up again. And there's another one for the Knicks.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here's Howard. It's rebounded by Porzingis. For the New York Knicks, they won their last contest against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Their percentage from long range in that game was off the charts. Seemed like anytime the fans got a little hostile, they just started to take it up a notch from beyond.
The bombs were really falling, weren't they? I mean, great shooting, especially when you consider it was on the road. Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Another miss by Houston.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one. And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Rockets Power Dancers. Rockets trail by 10. Wasson outside. Now here's Moniunas. Defense is right there. 6 to shoot. Harden kicks to Moniunas. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Moniunas has got his second basket.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Now let's send it over to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Kevin McHale.
Well, I asked him what strategy they were going to use at the offensive end, and he told me that they did not want to have to rely on their perimeter game. Instead, he plans to exploit what he described as a mismatch on the interior, saying, quote, "We have the talent inside to make things very difficult on them. We're going to use it." Kevin?
And thank you for that, Doris.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.